Hi, I'm Jillian Maxwell, the head of Arts and Library at Henry Street, and I'm here to talk to you about the Arts and Culture Schism that we have at Henry. Now, you can only join the Arts and Culture Schism for grade 11 and grade 12, but you can let me know in grade 10 that you're interested so I can keep you on my radar. You might be wondering, what is a schism? Well, it's a specialist high skills major that's funded by the Ministry of Ontario. It's not run by the DDSB. The funds come from external, from the ministry itself. We, last year in 2022, had four schisms running at Henry. We had Arts and Culture, which was run by me. We had Health and Wellness, which was run by Ms. Balil and Mr. Williams. Hospitality and Tourism, which was run by Ms. Rule. And Transportation was run by Mr. Grant. Each one of those encompasses a certain set of classes and courses. And so you would obviously pick the schism that is best for you and your interests and hopefully your career goals. What subjects are in the arts and culture schism? Well, we tend to be sort of the dog's breakfast of everything you could possibly imagine falls into arts and culture. So we have drama, we have hairstyling, we have general arts, including psychology, sociology, philosophy, and history. We have music, we have tech design, and we have visual arts. We have a lot of subjects that we do all in a row. Many people ask, why is it so important to do things in arts education? Well, companies like Google and other big tech companies have started to realize that they are missing some of the leadership skills that you find in arts education. And they've actually started to retrain some of their employees in what we call the soft skills. Creativity, risk-taking, you can see them here. All of these are fostered in an arts and culture education. And so we try and highlight those in the schism to try and get students ready for the real world. You've probably heard of STEM, but when you add the arts, STEM becomes STEAM. And it's all about how all of the skills that we learn, those soft skills, can actually significantly increase your understanding of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. How can we make all of it better with the ways of thinking in the arts? Schism, the program, has quite a few requirements, and I'm going to go through them here. You will need 4 what we call major credits. Now, a major credit there are a whole bunch of them, and it's basically something they deem as required. You have to have 4, and at least one of those has to be in grade 12. You have to have 2 cooperative education credits, and those are bundled together usually when they're scheduled into a student's timetable. So when student takes co-op, it already is 2 credits. That's part of how it's structured. And then you need to have 1 English at any level. I want to highlight, you do not need to be in the academic stream or the applied stream or the workplace stream to do this program. Any single student in the school is eligible for the schism. The last thing you need is what we call an other credit. So that's something in business, Canadian and World Studies, or an additional co-op credit. The program has a few other requirements. There are certifications that are required. And I want to highlight right now that absolutely no cost to the parents, family, or student for this program. The Ontario government pays for all of the certifications. It pays for all of the requirements. A student will never be asked for course fees or money that have to do with the schism program specifically. Some of our courses do have course fees, but that's for the course itself, not for the schism. Anything that we do as a schism department, you will not pay a single penny. So they will get first aid for free. They will get CPR, and they will have WMIS training. All 3 of those don't just look great on your certification for your schism. They look great on a resume if you're trying to look for a part-time job. So you'll get CPR, first aid, and WMIS, and you will not pay a single penny. We also have to do 3 more certifications, and those are chosen each year based on who's in the schism. We have a lot of opportunities for certain things in drama or technology or music or visual arts or hairstyling. There's a lot of opportunities, and based on who the students are in the schism, that's when I decide which programs I can offer to help them succeed. We also need to do some career exploration. They want to visit colleges and universities. Previously, obviously, due to COVID, we've done this virtually, but they're hoping that we can start to get to do some real visits, like a visit to Durham College or a visit to Ontario Tech. And then they also want us to do reach ahead universities or opportunities where we can talk to actual professionals about the jobs or careers that they're interested in. And that will be something I help them set up. Now, the program has a couple of other requirements, including what they're calling a sector partner experience, or It's a workshop or a time where you actually work with a member of the community on a problem. So you could work on maybe they have an issue with marketing, or maybe they have an issue with how to get their message across, or find ways why their demographic isn't being reached. And that's where our team tries to come up with a plan that could potentially help them. So they get to see what it's like to be a member in that community, and then also see what are some of the problems or issues that they're experiencing, and how do we have some skills and expertise that we can apply to help them. Not only that, you obviously have a chance to get extra skills and learning beyond the Ontario curriculum. You get a chance to meet with professionals, and then you have access to trips, workshops, training, all those things that not every student will have access to. And then finally, you get a red seal on your diploma. I was pretty excited about the red seal. It is a sticker, but it means something. Potential scholarships or potential preferential placement at various colleges and universities. Every university and college is dealing with the red seal individually, uniquely. And so I can't blanket say this is what you're going to get, but a ton of universities and colleges are recognizing the benefits of a student going through a program like the SHSM, and is trying to reward them in some way. When you apply to college or when you apply to university, there is a little box on your application that says, do you have a SHSM? Do you have a red seal diploma? And if you do, you get to check that box. And then you'll get to see what the offers are from the university and colleges as you go through. Again, anything to give you a bit of a leg up would be very welcome. So you're probably wondering, what are the major courses? I am about to list a whole bunch of things. I want to highlight, you only need 4 of any of the courses I am going to talk to you about. Not only that, you only need 4 of all of these. They do not have to be in the same subject. They might be, but they don't have to be. You could have 1 major in tech and 1 major in visual art and 1 major in music and 1 major in drama. As long as you have 4, and as long as you have 1 in grade 12, all 4 count. So here we go. Major courses in tech: computer programming, computer science, construction, tech design, interior design, yearbook, and comtech. All very, very important courses and available as majors. There's also computer gaming. If you want more courses, there are more in you. Again, maybe you took one of those tech courses and you want to take a visual arts course. These are more major courses: visual core arts, crafts, painting and drawing, urban art, portfolio, exploring the arts. All of these count as major courses. If you're interested in drama, you can take grade 11 drama, grade 12 drama, writer's craft, grade 11 dance, grade 12 dance. If you're interested in music, you can take instrumental music, vocal music, repertoire, or guitar. All of the courses I have said so far, and I'm not done, count as major courses. If you're interested in hairstyling, you could take grade 11 hairstyling, grade 12 hairstyling, or fashion. Or if you wanted to look at some of the general major courses, there's travel and tourism, world history, media studies, peer helping, food and culture, intro to psych, social, and anthropology, Aboriginal studies, mind and body wellness, world issues, French in grade 12, but obviously you also have to take grade 11 to get to grade 12, families in Canada, social justice, and philosophy. All of these are major courses, and I just probably listed off, I don't know, 25 to 30 courses, and you only need 4 of those. You need one other, what they're calling an other. And these can happen anytime in grade 11 or grade 12. So you could take accounting, marketing, forces of nature, travel and tourism, American history, law, media studies, international business, entrepreneurship, environment and resource management, or world issues. Any of those courses count for it as well. So you'll also need an English at any level. And again, I wanted to state, the SHSM is not for a specific level. Any student at Henry Street High School, regardless of their level, is eligible to be part of the SHSM. You need your 2-credit co-op, and you can take that in grade 11 or grade 12, or you can take it in summer school. For those students who are headed on a very specific track to university, summer school is a fantastic option because it leaves your courses during the year open. And then in the past, they've run it at night school, and I'm really hoping they do again. This was obviously pre-COVID. Now that we're back, I'm hoping they offer co-op at night school again, which is another solution for those students on the university track. So what do you do now? Your child, your student, or if you're a student listening to me now, you can indicate your interest in the SHSM in my blueprint. You tell it you're interested in the SHSM, and I will get a generated email saying you're interested. I would love it, though, if you also email me and say, hey, Miss Maxwell, I'm interested in the SHSM in grade 11. I'm only in grade 10 now, or I'm in grade 11. I just found out about this. Can I join? Just send the email to jillian.maxwell@ddsb.ca. You should also make sure your guidance counselor knows you're interested, because they can help make sure that I don't miss anyone in this process. I am not a guidance counselor, so we work quite closely together, the co-op department, the guidance department, and the leaders of the SHSM, because we all have different jobs in this. I need to know you're interested, so you want to email me, but you should know they know you're interested so that your courses can be adjusted if they need to be adjusted. All right, so there it is. That's the Arts and Culture SHSM at Henry Street, plus a little bit of information about the others. If you want to know anything at all, please don't hesitate to contact me, and I hope some of you join the SHSM.